Now, we talk about oppression and marginalization of black players in a sport like football. The women folk had it pretty tough as well in a variety of sports. Our next picture is Katherine Switzer. Now, Katherine Switzer here, number 261, as you can see.
I hear the story.
No, James, that wasn't just a housewife who got lost in making a sandwich. James, always with the comments from the wings here.
James, take it easy.
Now, Katherine, she was the first woman to officially run the Boston Marathon in 1967. So in 1965, a woman by the name of... I've forgotten it.
That's a weird name.
Roberta. A woman by the name of Roberta Gibb. She joined the race on the sneaky, and then she ran it. So Katherine over here, she was like, you know what? I like running. She was at the University of Syracuse. She's like, I want to go join the women's running team. Nope, doesn't exist. She had to then hang out with the men's cross-country team. She was a good runner. She liked running. Okay, yeah. She wanted to stay fit, blah, blah, blah. And her coach at the time was this older called Arnie Briggs.
Yeah.
And they got along great. And she said, you know, Arnie, I want to run the Boston Marathon. What do you think his response was?
How?
No damn broad's going to be running no marathon. Okay. He didn't say it in a malicious sense. Yeah. He physically, in the year of 1967, didn't think that as a woman she could do it. Ooh. So this is another thing, okay, about this story is that people wouldn't allow women to run the marathon. A lot of it wasn't just about like malicious sexism. There was a concept that people actually physically thought
that they didn't have the legs. Didn't have the legs for it.
Physically not possible, and it would then ruin your reproductive organs. And then, as a woman, then
and
what?
What else are at the time? What else are? Oh goodness me!
So this is the sort of backstory here. Okay, so Arnie, who actually is a bit of a hero in the story here. Normally, you would think that people would say, "You can't do this, you're a woman." Arnie's like, "Okay, cool, good, but you need to show me that you can run a marathon." So he ran the 42 miles with her. Sorry, 26 miles. Yeah. He went and ran it with her. Old Arnie.
Good Arnie.
Arnie was like, okay, cool, you show me this. And she's like, you know what, Arnie, just to make sure, let's run 5 more miles. Just so that I know I can really do this.
Love this woman.
They ran 31 miles. Arnie then passed out. And she's like, I'm ready.
She said, I got you.
So then, back in the day, so how you run marathons now is that you have to have qualifying times.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't just rock up and vomit and then shit your pants. So
I just vomit and shit my pants thinking about running a marathon.
So do I.
Yeah.
So Arnie was like, cool, I'll enter us into the Boston Marathon. Okay, so they're going to go through the university. And it didn't say there you're not allowed to run if you're a female. It would just assume that nobody would ever fucking want to.
Yeah.
And then some woman who had a male guardian would think better. So she just wrote her initials, K. Switzer, on the entry. Cool, you're in. Here's your number. Her boyfriend at the time was like this football jock. Total football jock, meathead of note. He's like, oh, if women can do this, I can do this as well. So he joins up, and before you know it, there's 4 of them that are driving down to Boston now to do this marathon. So it all starts, weather is horrendous, as you would imagine. Yep. But she's got a number on, she feels proud, she's got her earrings on, she's put lipstick on. She's having a day, you know. She can do this in her terms. Yeah. Start the race, everyone around her loved her. Like all the oaks were like, there's a woman running today?
It's cool.
How cool is this?
Yeah.
Literally, she was just inundated with people coming to her and saying, oh my gosh, please, how can you get my wife to also run? Yeah. This is so fun. It's normally just boring, just those guys. All going wonderfully well. About 5 miles in, she hears like thundering footsteps of this man behind her. Flex, can you bring the photo back up there? So you see the balding, really angry-looking git behind.
Winston Churchill.
Winston. I was thinking exactly. I said, what's Winston all up in this business doing?
The villain of this picture is a guy called Jock. Now, Jock is the race organizer, manager, basically.
Oh, sis.
He spotted that Katherine was running the race, and he ran up there. To Catherine's right there's old Arnie, okay? Arnie, lovely older, okay?
Dude, such a fan.
Arnie's trying to swat off Jock. Jock is now swearing at Arnie and pushing him away. To the left of Katherine, on the corner of the thing there's her meathead boyfriend, Tom. Tom then carries on to run into the mix and deck Jock.
Shout out.
Literally knock him out cold.
I'm feeling shout out, man.
And then they carried on, okay? So now Catherine's going, shit, did Tom just kill Jock? So now the press vehicle is now following her, okay? Following her, because now they're all taking pictures and they're documenting this whole thing. And now everyone is having a bit of a meltdown and she is now going, shit, what have I done? I've created such a hoo-ha here.
I just wanted to run.
And she's about like 7 miles in. She's freezing. Someone took her glove off her. She's not in a good place. Then her boyfriend has a fucking meltdown. Tom, the meathead. Now, he's at Syracuse because he wants to go to the Olympics as a wrestler.
Yeah.
So now, Tom's just flattened Jock. He now thinks he's going to get arrested. He's going to get kicked out of the program. He then says, oh, and by the way, you run too slow. So he runs off and leaves her. So now...
I knew it wasn't going to end that... It wasn't going to end well.
Bro.
So now, she is the first woman who's running this marathon. Jock might be dead. Her boyfriend's basically just given up on her.
Yeah.
Old Arnie's just going, we got this.
Let's
we
push.
Got this.
Yeah.
Keeps running. 10 miles later, meathead Tom, fucked.
Yeah.
He's now walking.
Shitting and gendering.
Shitting and chandering. Makes sense.
Guys, all of this is a true story, okay? This is by her own account. I went through her biography last night. Tom then says, walk a while with me. And she's like, Tom, I can't. I'm running. I've got good momentum.
Yeah.
He then goes full guilt trip. It's like, I wouldn't leave you here. Biggest prick. So now they're looking constantly. Jock now appears on another van saying, you're in massive trouble. Arnie's going, fuck off. Get out of here. We're running. They carry on. Guys, it's such a happy story in the end here because they do finish.
Oh, fuck. Thank
Jesus,
God.
bad.
I know.
We're so worried about
I was going to say, because we were speaking about the progress on the John Barnes photo in terms of how we haven't moved far enough yet. If we go back to this picture of her, it's like, oh my goodness, women are still getting harassed on runs in 2025 as well, which is a real problem.
Yeah. So to Catherine's absolute, like she kept going. They made it. They got through to the end. And then it's just a really happy story because then her and Arnie got to really appreciate this moment. And another guy called John who got there. And then about half an hour later, meathead Tom finishes like in a fucking state because now he's lost to Katherine as well.
Yeah, he shat himself.
He shat himself probably.
Yeah.
So then afterwards, they just go out and fucking have a bender.
Yeah.
They're just clapping beers.
The only thing that
steaks.
Tom could do now.
It's incredible.
And say, I'm sorry.
They drive back to New York where they live, and like 1 a.m. in a diner, Katherine sees these pictures over every newspaper around, front page, back page, full story about her. She had overnight become an absolute phenom. She's gone on to run countless marathons. She's become a very good commentator in marathon running. She then campaigned the whole thing of women actually running, women getting into the Olympics.
And Tom's just fat.
And Tom probably just fat.
Back in the day type of guy.
So
That's such a cool story.
Yeah, Katherine Switzer, what a really cool story, and all immortalized in that picture. If you do some more research, you can actually see there are a couple of pictures of meathead Tom decking that fucking old Scottish.
Yeah, we need to get those up at some point.
It's pretty cool.
To watch this full episode, click here, or click here to get previous episodes from the On The Bounce show. Or obviously, every week, just watch us. Thursday, 4 p.m. from the YouTube channel of The Real Network.